Hi guys, Tracy here. I'm going to share with you guys my A Camping We Will Go mini book, which started off as an Amy Tangerine mini book. I got the Hug Life one. So the title of this is A Camping We Will Go. I used, these are Prima letter stickers. They come on a big 12 by 12 sheet, and I actually cut those 12 by 12 sheets into 6 by 12 sheets so I can store them with my letter stickers in my little basket. And then this is a Studio Calico wood veneer, which I didn't do anything to any of the wood veneers in this mini album, just so that they'd all kind of have that consistent look to it, because this is a very busy everything goes type of book. It doesn't have a color scheme. In fact, some things are like blatantly mismatched and you know, that sort of thing. So whenever I do that, I like to have some continuing elements throughout it just to kind of tie it together a little bit. So wood veneers is one of those, and hearts is another thing that continues. And so this is from my, I'm just going to show you some of the products that I use because they're still all around my room. This is the Heart to Heart punch by Stampin' Up. It's actually in their clearance rack right now. So I got it for like 15 bucks or something, which is really good for a Stampin' Up punch. It might have been 11. I can't remember. Anyways, I love these hearts because I've always loved these hearts. I'm going to show it this way so they don't glare. Because they're kind of wonky hearts. Like this one is cute, but this one is fatter than it should be, and this one is taller than it should be. So I kind of like those. They have a bit of a hand cut look to them. So after I stuck the letters on, I then just took my sewing machine and ran lines across them. That was just for the look, but also just to make sure that the letters stick because they are on the outside. I know the first page is really glary, but hopefully the rest of it should show it better on my video. And then I just took some glossy accents and put a little blob at the end of each of these so that it wouldn't unravel, because it was unraveling. And I didn't kind of do the back stitching at the end because I wanted it to look kind of a little bit raveled. I doodled on the heart and stapled it over the camera, and then that's just all that I did. And then this is, when I got this book, I also got a bunch of Amy Tangerine embellishments. I got, I don't have the packaging for it anymore, but one of them was a package of pockets and tags that look like this. I don't know what line it's from. It might not even have a name because I think it was from the first year of her stuff. Which I don't think I ended up using any of these. And I also got a bunch of embellishment, like die-cut cardstock pieces that look like this. And I got a bunch of tags, like tabs for the sides that look like this. And I did use these, and I did use some of these, but I don't think I used the pockets or the... So I'll just show you the inside. So this is one of those die-cut Amy Tangerine pieces. I did some doodling around the edges and just added a couple of little, like, doodly things as well. And then I just took my Martha Stewart scoreboard and scored this so it would wrap around here. I stapled it here and here, and that way left this open so that I could put... This is actually glued down to here, but it kind of slides in there. And this is just what we had on our car. And so I'm just going to take you through page by page and tell you everything that's in it. It's going to be long, guys, so brew yourself a coffee, turn on the Tassimo, and have a seat. Or if you don't have time, then maybe, or if you're not into mini books, then maybe this video isn't for you. So this is the first page of the book. I didn't add any pages at all to the book, so everything here is from the Amy Tangerine book. I just added a basic gray clip. That's a picture that I snapped on our way into the campground. It just has like the sign that says "Welcome to the Park." This is a stamp. It's this one, Stampers Anonymous, Teresa Collins. Oh, I put it backwards. Yeah, so that's what that one is. And then I just outlined around it. And then, you know what, guys, the first several pages of this book I actually don't like at all, so I'm not really loving this piece. So this just says, Scott the Master Packer made everything fit except my strongbow. So that's just a picture of the car. When we opened it up, that's what everything looked like, ready to pop out. And then the title is just, This is Why We Need an SUV. And that was my Facebook status that day. And then I just took, this is one of those embellishments from the Amy Tangerine die cut set, and I took my Dear Lizzie roller stamp, and I just stamped 3 times the date that we had left. And then this is an embellishment I made with Amy Tangerine stamps. This is the Pure Joy, and then the little flower from her stamp set. And then this is a circle stamp that I've had forever that this is, I stamped this in, I used mostly Jenny Bolin inks for this. I think it's called Stick Candy, that green one. They're stuck together. Yeah, Stick Candy. And then that Pure Joy is in black, obviously, and then the outside of the circle is stamped in London Fog Gray by Memento. And then this is just a piece of ribbon that was in the Studio Calico kit a while ago. I think this came in a Studio Calico kit, maybe the Storyteller kit. And I just cut it to look like a chevron-y type of arrow. Yeah, chevron. So. And then this is the second page. Again, I don't love this page. I put a strip of paper. This is a border from, it's actually the edge of a piece of paper from crepe paper, and then 2 pieces of washi. And then I put my picture on. That's Olivia helping put up the tent. She's really, really helpful. I don't know if you can see, but her sister is like laying on the ground behind her. We were all working, and Sophie was just laying there relaxing. And I just talked about how helpful the girls were, because Sophie was, when I took the picture, she was laying around, but she ended up helping after all. I put some stamps, and this is an Amy Tangerine stamp, and I don't know what that stamp is. I don't remember what company it's from. And then another strip of paper and some more washi tape. So I kind of tried to mirror what I had done down there, but I didn't want it to be matchy-matchy, so I picked different paper and different washi tapes. And I just did a lot of doodling and outlining on this one. And these are 2 Studio Calico wood grain butterflies. And so now this is another page. Again, this was in the book, so I used my craft washi tape to make journaling strips. And I, throughout, I used these 2 Embosslits, the Fashionable Hearts from Stampin' Up! And the Beautiful Wings from, I think that's Beautiful Wings. Yeah, Beautiful Wings Embosslits, also from Stampin' Up! So I used those throughout, and that's what this is, and that's what those are. And then this is one of those tabs from Amy Tangerine, like this, but that one. I just stapled it on and did some outlining. So really, really simple. Then on the other page, it says Water War, and this is just pictures of the girls with their water guns. And this is another one of those Embosslits. I just ran it over, I ran my ink pad, this red cough syrup ink pad. I just ran it over the raised surfaces so that, and then I put glossy accents on it just because it's about water, so I wanted it to look kind of like water drops. And that's just the back side of that same tag. And these are new thickers that I got. What are they? They are called Alley. And I got them from Studio Calico. I don't know if they're an exclusive, but I really like the blue, and it's got a bit of a plaid or something in the back. It's really, really subtle. Lots of outlining. I outlined the letters, and I also outlined the pictures. And to get this really messy outlining look, what I did was I held the pen a little bit higher up than I usually do. So instead of holding it like this, I held it like this, and I just kind of went like love my sound effects. That's how I did it. I probably didn't do the sound effects though. So Water War, this is actually, this back layer is the netting from the package of potatoes that we brought with us. So what I did before I put this book together is I just went through all of our camping stuff as I unpacked it and grabbed anything that I thought might go in this album. And so I had way more stuff than what I ended up using, but I thought that orange potato mesh really matched some of the other orangey stuff in the orangey and brownie stuff in the Amy Tangerine line, so I picked that. And then these are some scallops that I made with two different punches, the blue and the grid paper, and they're both from Amy Tangerine paper from her first line. So these are the two pieces of paper that I used throughout this book, and there's still lots of them left. So I didn't use much paper. I used this for this strip of grid paper, which I love, the blue grid, and I got a bit of the map as well on some of them, and then I used this for that grid paper and also for the green stripe. So I used the front and the back of both of these pieces of paper. And so I just layered those two different scallops that I punched with two different scallop punches. This one is a Stampin' Up! Punch, which I like a lot better than the Fiskars one because it has more of a sharp valley in between the scallops. And then this is the EK Success double dotted embossed punch or something like that. It's called, probably not double, but it's called dotted embossed punch or something. Okay, so there's that page. And then this one says Meeting Yogi. I use the new Studio Calico letter stamps to do that. This is from the, I think it might be from the Monkey Bars add-on for the Elmwood Park kit. And then I just stapled a couple of hearts. This is from the Fashionable hearts, and then this is from that Stampin' Up! Punch that I showed you. And then these are daiquiri thickers from a long time ago. And then this is one of the die cuts from the Amy Tangerine kit, set of die cut embellishments. And then I just these two are 4x6 photos, and so they overhung this, and I just made sure that they lined up, and then I put a little scallop in between them out of that Amy Tangerine paper. And then this one, I love this paper. It's like a I love the texture of all of the papers in this book, but it has a silver print on it that looks like, hang on, my cat keeps bumping me. There you go. It looks like bamboo. It's really cool. It doesn't really fit with a camping theme around here anyways, but I used my sassafras letters, and these are throughout the book too, to say roughen it, and just took two pictures, and I didn't cut them apart. I print up when you print up 2x3s using iPhoto on a 4x6 card, it puts them like this, and so I just trimmed a little bit around it and left it as like a series. Yeah. And then I just added a little Amy Tangerine tag that I stapled on, and then on the back side I covered up the back side of the staples with this air cargo. Also came from the Amy Tangerine die cuts set, and I just chose that because this is a picture of an airplane, and I know it's not a cargo plane, but whatever. And this just talks about how the campground was close to an Air Force base, so we saw tons and tons of really cool planes traveling really low. I think they were practicing and stuff, so they were like swooping around, and we saw like cool helicopters and stuff like that, so that was kind of fun. And then every time I see this picture, this was an I don't know if this was an Instagram or if it was a photo I used another app for, but anyways, this was an iPhone photo that I put like a filter on, and I put it on my Facebook status, and every time I see this picture I think of Come On Baby Light My Fire, so that's what I put on it. These are Cosmo Cricket little letter stickers, and those, again, I continued these two types of letter stickers throughout. They're not the only letter stickers I use, but did I say these were Cosmo Cricket? I always do that. These are sassafras letter stickers, the glitter letter stickers. I bought a whole bunch of them when they went out a while ago, and then these are Cosmo Cricket, and so are these. And then I just used the little icon people from Studio Calico, the wood veneers, and then this was just a little scrap from something else that I had on my table, and an extra little heart, so it kind of like goes in a diagonal from the plane that I wanted you to look at, and that. But there were a couple of places that I really wanted to give your eye a rest, because this is a really, really busy book, so I purposely had like minimal embellishment here, and like back here on this yellow page I actually did nothing because there's just so much in this book that every once in a while I put in something plain just so that your eyes can rest a little bit. And this paper is very busy, so I didn't do any embellishment besides just on the paper, or on the picture. And then Sophie actually burned herself on an ember that was stuck to Sophie's marshmallow, and so I just journaled about that here. I used this is Amy Tangerine. This is a Lawn Fawn stamp that I cut out and layered a little heart behind it and a little asterisk from Studio Calico in front of it. And I just used the sassafras stickers to spell ouch. And a couple of pieces of washi tape. There's orange and yellow layered there. You can't really see the yellow, but. And then this little paper, I love this about these books, that there's so many odd shaped papers in it. And so I used my pink skinny washi tape to do some more journaling strips. I love this washi tape for journaling strips. And I just did some journaling about how we all like our marshmallows. We all like it different ways. So whenever someone gets theirs burnt, they just pass it over to me. And I just cut a little square out of that Amy Tangerine green striped paper. I got a bunch of squares actually, and then I just cut the squares diagonally in half. My kids are watching a movie. They're getting really excited about Ice Age, so if you hear screaming, they're not killing each other. They're just watching the movie. They get really into it. So I just made photo corners just by cutting a square in half and putting one on one side and one on the other side and stapling it. And then here, this is one of those printables from the Studio Calico kit this week. I printed it on vellum and just attached it, and oh, there's a heart printed on this, but I just covered it with my own heart just for some dimension. And then this is also part of the book, and so I just put the little Upper Clements Park logo there, and I didn't do anything to that because it already looked cute. And then, oh my, and then this page here, I had a lot of journaling to do, so I put a large photo here of the girls at Upper Clements Park, and then I stamped the date right inside of where the typewriter paper is, and then I just journaled around it. I didn't pay any attention to this little banner, I just journaled right over it and around it. And this little banner thing is actually one of our bracelets. I kept them when we cut them off of our arms, and I made it into a little banner there. A piece of washi tape up at the top, and that's it. And I have to get rid of my cat because she keeps bumping my arm and then the camera goes out of focus. All right. Holy moly, this is long. I'm gonna have to edit this. It says the little carousel in the woods. It's pretty self-explanatory. Sassafras letters, Cosmo Cricket letters, Lily Bee design letters, and more sassafras letters. And this was another place that I wanted your eye to rest, so I didn't do any embellishments besides just the title. And then this one is super busy because these were already printed on the paper, and then for some reason, I use a washi tape that it was super busy too with these, I don't know why I did that, the chevron stripes. And then I always find that white pen on black paper always looks busy. Like it doesn't matter how slowly I print, it always looks busy and messy to me. But anyways, that is what it is, and it's next to a page that isn't as busy, so I don't mind it so much. I outlined some of the photos. I outlined really messy style, like the back and forth, like this one, and then some of them I outlined in a more bold marker right on the photo, and that's what I did here. Although I did both here. There you go. This is a bread tab from, again, the garbage that we brought back with us. It was an actual bread tab from our trip, and one of those little Fashionable hearts and Embosslits. Maya is really looking for attention here. She thinks because I'm talking that I must be talking to her, right? Because no one else is here. Is that what you think, Maya? You're wrong, wrong, wrong. Okay. Then this one here is really my least favorite page in the whole... This is my least favorite page in the whole book. It's really overexposed here. Hang on, let me see if I can. Sometimes if I go really close, And then when I come out, it stays, yeah, that's better. Rides. I intentionally mismatched it. I thought, you know, I'd just try for some really mismatched look, and I don't love it. There's a reason why we match things, I think, because it looks better. Thickers. These are Amy Tangerine. I don't know what these are called. And these are Fellow, I think. I just outlined each of the photos messy and layered some embellishments. These are buttons from October Afternoon. They came in the Studio Calico kit. That's one of those fashionable hearts. That's one of the beautiful wings, and that's a twinkle goosebump. And over here, I don't like this. I'm actually going to tear this off and try something else in the middle of this butterfly. It needs something bigger, but it has a small fashionable hearts and a twinkle goosebump. I do like that button there, but I think it needs something bigger in the middle of the butterfly. I do like that the butterfly wings, the way I embossed it, it just kind of like, I didn't have enough room on the blue paper, so the bottom of her wings are beige. I think that's kind of cute. And then I sprinkled Mr. Huey's on this envelope. I just kind of put wax paper here, and I just sprinkled. I went kind of crazy with the sprinkling. And I kind of like how it looks. It doesn't take to regular paper. This is just a regular envelope, and so it doesn't take quite as nicely and uniformly as it does to other kinds of paper, like heavier scrapbooking paper, like that, for example, is just a big blob. But I do really like the messy look, and so then I just outlined it and put some squiggles, and this is an Amy Tangerine sticker from her sticker set. I lined the envelope with Studio Calico paper, and I had to do that in 2 different sections because of the line of, look at the cat, Maya, what are you doing? So yeah, I just like put a rectangular piece down there and a triangular piece there, and that's another Amy Tangerine sticker. And I did some journaling here just about the campground, and this is just some information about the campground. I thought it has lots of cute little clip art, and it's color printed and stuff, so I thought that was a good one to save. Okay, Maya, you have to go. I don't have any way of keeping, my craft room doesn't have a door, it's just in a big area, and I don't have any way to keep her out, so. And plus I don't really want to keep her out when I'm scrapbooking. It's just when I make videos that it gets a little distracting sometimes. So sorry guys, I know not everybody's a cat person. Washi tape, Amy Tangerine. I just added the word swingin' to that. And this is just a strip of photos, consecutive photos of Olivia going on this ride that was just basically a pulley. You rode a rope across a little sand pit. So that was fun. That was probably her favorite ride, so she really liked that. For this page here, I did outline the whole thing just to kind of make it a little bit cohesive. And not that anything about this book is cohesive at all, but and then this is another page I don't love. I put this sticker here just because I had this gap, and I had planned to do some lettering there, and I was just getting kind of tired of lettering, so I had this sticker. It's an old sticker, and it has lots of colors and patterns on it, so it kind of went with the colors that I had, especially like the oranges and greens and stuff. So I just like threw it there. It looks okay. It kind of goes too close to Scott's face there, I think, and it's also doesn't really say anything, but anyways, it's done. This is from the Shoreline sticker pack, and this is another piece of that same ribbon cut into a chevron piece, and this is a Stampin' Up button. This is another piece of the Shoreline stickers and another Fashionable hearts with, I just used the Cosmo Cricket letter stickers to spell out fun and stapled it in place. I think that's really fun. I'm going to do that again. I like that. And then okay, I can't show this with you here, Maya, go away. Okay, so I divided this page into 2 parts. This one has Sophie in this truck. I love her expression. It just says keep on truckin' with a piece of washi tape across the bottom and some doodling around the picture. And then I used washi tape to kind of separate the page into this other part. And then this is not the greatest picture. It's Scott, and he's like, why is my hand like that? the reason I did that was that this is kind of where I was sitting when I got stung by a wasp 4 times, and so I didn't even know I had this picture, but for some reason it was on my phone, so I printed it up and journaled about what happened in that spot right there. And this is a sassafras letter sticker and an asterisk from Studio Calico. And then this, I'm pretty sure well, I know it's from an Echo Park pack. I thought it was from this So Happy Together pack, but I can't find it in there. So it must be from one of the other new Echo Park pads that I got yesterday. Yeah, I was doing this late last night. And so I just cut a piece, mostly because I didn't want, I mean, sometimes I did leave, like here I had this photo that overhung, and I just left it there. Like, you can see the Epson, even if my camera would work. My camera's being annoying right now. Hang on. Sometimes I just need more light for it to work better. Okay. But in this case, I didn't want to do that, so I put a piece of paper behind it with a scallop. And I just chose paper that I liked the other side of. And I really like that. Love that little tiny chevron. That's really nice. And so then on this side, I just took that camping paper, which I love. I think they came from the same stack. And this one is really sweet. It has little campers, and it says, "Home is wherever I'm with you." Really cute. Campers and cars that are packed up and stuff. Really cute. And this one has the chevron is what I really wanted, but it also has these pinwheels on the back that are cute. So, so I just took a strip of that camper paper and another strip down here, and then We Want Candy. These Want letter stickers are from Bo Bunny. I'm not a huge Bo Bunny fan, but I love these letter sticker things that they put out. Let me see if I can grab one for you. I've bought a couple of these, and I really love them. Love, love, love. I love that they're kind of a casual, almost handwritten look to some of them. And like the little D's have hearts in the middles of them. They're really, really cute. So I always pick these up whenever I see them because I always use them. So that's what the word want is. And then I just threw a little Studio Calico heart on there. And I outlined this picture a little bit heavier just so it would stand out. And I just did some journaling here. It says, "We eased up on the rules and let the kids have candy." They did have candy on the weekend, which they don't usually have, so they were a little, but they also really wore themselves out, so it wasn't so bad. Now this is just a picture of the big bouncy pillow that they have there, and I just put some washi tape and some journaling. And then this is a whole bunch of journaling about then I just took a snapshot with my phone of the girls. They were all, some of the people we met had a camper, and so the girls all went in and watched a movie together, and I just used Amy Tangerine. This was all one piece. I cut it apart. And then I just used some markers to outline this paper. I think I did that to the other page as well. And then I did another one of those homemade photo corners right there. And that's a little star clip from something that I put over there. So, and then Scott does this thing with his tripod where you can spell your name with sparklers. And so Olivia and the little boy in the site next to us were spelling things and drawing pictures and stuff with sparklers on a slow exposure setting or something. And so I just put writing in the dark. I was actually in the tent at that point. I was laying down with Sophie trying to get her to go to sleep. And I used those Bo Bunny letter stickers for that. And that's another Fashionable heart, and that's an Amy Tangerine star-shaped clip. And then at this point, I'm getting really tired. This was last night, and I was just like, okay, I gotta finish this book. So this is just a torn piece of paper and one of those Stampin' Up! Hearts. I doodled on it and stapled it on. This word hello is from the Amy Tangerine sticker book. And then Boo Boo, I think that these are Prima letter stickers. And then I just have a Studio Calico arrow pointing that way. I used washi tape in the corners, and I just wrote paddle ball on that picture. Getting very lazy at this point. Very, very, very lazy, because this one is just a picture that's outlined. But also, again, this is really busy paper, and that's why I chose to put two of the same pictures on this one, just to kind of have a bit of a rest. for your eye. And then again, this is another resting point. The pattern is quite busy, so I just put fun at the zoo. And that's the zoo that we went to. Scott took a nice picture of the sign of it. So, and then that's my daughter sitting on a like a cow statue thing. This page was fun to do. It's more of that bamboo, silver and cream colored bamboo paper, which I love. And so I took that same piece of paper back here that I tore for that. I had a strip left over, so I just kind of layered it behind there and stapled. And then I also just stuck in this, which was the negative from these beautiful wings. Did you even see that? This is like the negative piece from these beautiful wings. And so I stuck that in there and just stapled it down like that. I didn't glue anything. But then I did end up gluing this down to the paper, this pink piece. And then it was flappy, so I thought, well, I can probably put some journaling there. So I put this little tab, which I think is from American Crafts. It could be from the Chaps collection, Chap or something. I don't know, I don't have the collection that it came from, but it says Flip Me Up. And when you lift it up, there's some journaling there about how the girls figured out their way to do that in the playground area. And another little fashionable heart and beautiful wings and a little piece of washi. And this is another pretty simple page. It just has a strip of the yellow chevron paper and then some washi tape, which I outlined just to make it be have a little bit more impact, and a little heart. And this is I thought they were flare badges, but they're actually brads. They're badge brads. And Allison sent me these. I just got it yesterday and I haven't done the rack video. I don't know which will come first. This is the rack, but love, love, love this variegated, how it goes from yellow to blue to green. Love that. And I love the stars, so I had to use that there. So, and then that's another, Allison sent me that clip too. So thank you, Allison. Love all the stuff that you sent me. And so on this side, I kind of like how this one turned out. It was a bit of I was really, really tired last night and just wanting to get it done. So things never turn out when you do that, but this one did for some reason. This is another negative of the fashionable hearts. I doodled around it, including doodling around the insides of the hearts. And then I took some Tim Holtz Chit Chat stickers and just chose 3 words and put them in the bigger heart negative spaces. And I just did some outlining it with my .005 pen just to make it really, really light outlining. I don't know if you can see that there. And then I just wrote, Livy had a little lamb. And then I meant to write it down there, but for some reason I was so tired I just wrote it up there, and I had this space. So I just put a piece of washi tape and 2 more of those fashionable hearts and stapled. And I just did some journaling down there. So I really like how this page turned out. It was kind of one of those pages that didn't take very much time, but it looks pretty okay. I wish the whole book looked like this. Like, I like how much negative space is in that one. And I like that one, but some of these pages are way too cluttered for my taste. But anyways, so then here we have the hissing owl. This isn't all that readable, but that's the way I did it. So these are those Bo Bunny letter stickers and more of the sassafras, and I just stapled them. I really like that look. And then I just did some journaling about this owl. I love owls, they're really cute, but I don't love them in real life. Like, I love the pictures of owls, and I love little things that are shaped like owls, but owls are a little freaky because I used to when I lived in Calgary, there were some owls nearby, or maybe just one, but, and they're pretty intimidating when they're swooping down and catching things. But anyways, it says, we were expecting him to hoot, but this great horned owl freaked us out by hissing at anyone who got too close. He was quite a hisser. He sounded just like my cat does when Charlie gets too close. So that was fun. And then this is the best picture ever. I'm so glad that Scott caught a picture of this. This little guy was trying to escape, and I just said, hey guys, wait for me. It totally looked like, and he didn't start trying to escape until we all started walking away. So it was kind of like he wanted to come with us. Poor guy. He reminds me of Maya with his loving our attention. And then this is really kind of a bit of a dud. I used the cutouts, the printables from the Studio Calico kit from the Elmwood park kit, just to frame out these 2 photos. And then I was really at a loss, and a loss of energy and a loss of creativity. And so I just kind of stuck the pictures on, did some outlining, stuck 2 things that I didn't realize until afterwards that they both say the same thing, which is kind of ridiculous. So this one says remember and this one says remember. And I was like, okay, I am so not changing those because I like how they look. So I just put like some journaling that makes it seem like I wanted them both to remember. So I said, I hope this book helps you both remember the fun camping trip we took when you were 5 and 7. Love, Mommy. And so, I don't know. I might someday go back and change one of those embellishments when I have more energy, but I probably won't. And then this last page, again, I was running out of steam and I need to do some layouts, so I had to finish this project. So I just did one of those kind of like where you lay everything out instead of layering things. And I don't know what that style is called, but it's kind of like a boxy type of, I don't know. The 2 hearts in the middle signify my 2 girls, and I put some camping paper. I kind of took some of my favorite paper. This is just from the printables. There was a card that said something or other. Oh, it was the card that this remember got cut off of. And so I had a strip of that. So I outlined in bold just to tie the main elements together. This is another one of the printables. This is another one of the printables. I just printed the printables on laser printer paper, so they didn't come out the greatest as they would if I did it on inkjet with like nice textured paper. And then this is I think this is a buttons and badges button. Could be from, no, I think it's buttons and badges, and a piece of washi tape, and that's it. And then, oops. And then there's this last page, look who we found. Those are Prima letters, and we ran into our neighbors at the zoo, and so that was kind of nice. I didn't do anything on the back. I planned to put the girls gathered some feathers while they were out, and I don't like feathers. They're really full of germs and stuff, but I make them wash them and then they're allowed to keep them. And so I might put a couple of feathers on this page just because it's feathers. And then that's it. So that's my mini album. Sorry it took 41 minutes. I'm going to edit this and cut out some parts so you don't have to watch a 40-minute share video. So thanks for watching, guys.